Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7, where I would just like to take a little bit of your time to congratulate Rory Alexander. Of course, people know him as here he is on GT Sport and GT7 actually. So hitting 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. Congratulations. I really think it's well deserved. If you would like to check out Rory's channel, I will have a link in the description below. He is a really good streamer, really good content creator, and I really think you should give it a go. So this is just us doing some celebratory donuts. But now, roll the intro. So we are taking part, of course, in the Manufacturers Cup this time around. So this is round 3 at Autopolis in Group 3. A bit of a tricky one, to be fair. A bit of a dirty air problem. And a track that is notoriously difficult to overtake on. And of course, I really don't like my manufacturer that I chose. So we're gonna see what we can do. You still haven't seen us yet because we're starting right down the back. So I'm not holding my hopes for this one, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. Because there is another Supra there going up in the rankings, and we are starting in P13. Taking the old Super GT 500? Yes, 500. Out for a spin. Not the best qualifying lap, as you can see. Managed to beat one person. But we'll see what we can do. Try and have a little bit of fun with it. Try and get some overtakes. We're starting on the hard tyres. We're going to go for about 8 laps. Come in, change onto the medium tyres because both tyres are required, and try and get some overtakes at the end of the race, I guess. Right now we just want to stay with the pack. That is the main objective. Coming through turn 1 here, and you can see we have 2 victims immediately. Of course, people are starting on the medium tyres and people are starting on the hard tyres, so we have a difference in tyres. So always going to be chaos at turn 1 when you have a difference in speed and braking performance, of course. So that's just something to be aware of. So we almost get lunched here by the Subaru. Got another yellow flag. That is another Aston Martin out. So that is us up into P10. Just see the Nissan here going a bit wide. We try and sneak up the inside, but that's going to put us on the outside for the next sweeping corner, which is a place I don't want to be fair. So we're going to slot back in behind Mr. Iceman here. Of course, GT7 does have a significant dirty air problem, so it is almost impossible to follow in Group 3 cars. And it gets worse, of course, the higher up the spectrum you go. But starting a GT3 is, I think, where the biggest problem is. There isn't really much in GT4. Of course, with the higher downforce vehicles, the dirty air is going to be a bigger problem. So we try and make a move up the inside here of the Nismo. We're going to hold him to that position for as long as possible. Make sure he has to brake really early. We get the good run. And that is going to be us up into P9. And then it kind of quietened down a little bit. So we're going to skip forward to the end of lap 4. Where we got caught up by this Aston Martin behind. Must have been on the medium tyres. We're also making a lot of mistakes, so we're not going to fight it too much. Just going to let him go. Don't compromise our line. And then hopefully we can use this slipstream, catch up with the group in front. Or at least that was the plan. Right until I decided to go for the lunge. Now he turned in on us there. Nothing we could do with that. We was already on the apex. So you can't turn in when there is a car already there. But it's going to come flying back at us here. Trying to make a move on the outside. We get a little bit of understeer. And park it on the apex. I said I wasn't going to fight too much. But since it's behind, we might as well. Through this very long sweeping corner. Which is a tyre killer, by the way. So if you're saving tyres, you really want to take that corner a lot differently. Get it slowed up into here. Tight hairpin on a hill. So car is really viable to oversteer on the exit there. We get a little bit of a slide going through that fast section. But we've still got the Aston behind. And I really don't like it when people flash all the time. I really do think it is kind of a dirty move. I know we see it in the professional series, but something I think should be eliminated. But he does make the move, does get it stuck, and he is through. So we're going to fast forward again here to lap 8. Now we did say we was going to come in on lap 8. As we're catching up with the Subaru here, who's very slow. I think he must have had a mistake somewhere. But the Subaru was very strong at this combination, of course. There's lots of long sweeping corners, which we all know the Subaru loves. So we're going to come in for our pit stop right now. The end of lap 8, we're going to go on to the mediums. Wait for the Toyota boys to do their job. Pretty quick change, I have to admit. And we're away again, and we're going to come out in P14. So, dead last. We have 8 laps to try and rectify that. See what we can do. So we fast forward to the start of lap 10. You see we gained quite a few positions with everyone else pitting. And then we have this Porsche coming out the pits. We're going to help the Aston through because we don't want to get stuck behind the Porsche. So we're going to push him through. We're going to follow ourselves. And that is us up into P10. So gained 3 positions so far during this race. And now we are on the better tyre. I think there's a few out in front that are on the harder tyre. So we should be able to gain a few more positions. I also think this Aston here is on the hard tyre as well, because he was so fast in the first stint, and now he seems to be struggling quite a lot. We're going to try and make our way past him as quickly as possible. But of course, this track is incredibly difficult to pass, as you can see. So we're just going to wait for a mistake, or try and dive up the inside somewhere. We try it here. He does close the door. I saw it coming, so we were on the brakes pretty early there. But it's all the way through this long sweeping section. It's just impossible to overtake. So if you are on the harder tyre, you will be holding up a lot of drivers. Try and get the cut back here from taking the wider line in. Although we do cut the corner quite a lot there. So we lose a lot of momentum. We don't get a penalty, but we do lose that momentum. And now we're going to be up into P8. Now that was a bit weird. We gave him a little bit of a bump draft just as he was braking, and then he moved over. So we take the inside, and that is going to beat us through. He is on the harder tyre, so we shouldn't have to defend. We should be better on the brakes. It's just really annoying when people flash all the time. Like once in a while is okay, but all the time it gets really irritating. So we're going to fast forward again here to lap 13, where we got caught up by the Subaru again. Obviously on the medium tyres now. We're just going to let him through. There is no point in fighting that one. Literally nothing we can do against that speed. So as we fast forward now to the end of the race, we got caught up by the Swedish Landon here in the Porsche. Our tyres are completely dead at this point. Nothing we can do. We're going to try and defend as much as possible, but it's only a matter of time because he gained maybe about 2 seconds on this lap alone. We go a little bit wide here, and he's going to shoot it up the inside. Now we try a desperate lunge at the end here, but I just thought that was a bit too much, so we let off the throttle, we let him back past, and we come home in P9. So definitely not the best results, not my strongest combo in the world. Really don't know the track that well, and of course not having the best relationship with Toyota at the minute. But we are going to move on into race 2, starting 1 position higher. So we are starting in P12. We're going to lose 1 position already. Going to lose 2 positions on the straights. So we lost 2 positions before we even get to turn 1. That Jaguar really does have good speed about it. I'm going to gain another position because someone spun out. Not sure if there was any contact or anything. We're going to try around the outside here. That was quite a move. Going to make it stick. Going to get a little bit of a bump as we all get a little bit chaotic through here. There's a little bit of pin pull effect. And out of all of that, we're going to come out in P12. So we've gained positions, we lost positions, but at the end, we are exactly where we started. Now we just have to focus on catching the Aston up ahead. I'm not really sure what tyres is on at this point. He wasn't really running away with it, but at the same time, He has a lot of cars in front of him, so he can't. But we're going to see what we can do. You know, coming through this last technical section, the BMW there gets it all kind of wrong, and we kind of go into the side of him. Now, I was thinking at the time that we'd just let him back through on the straight, so that we didn't lose too much time or positions. However, he does get overtaken twice since the incident, so I'm not really willing to give up 3 positions just for a slight tap like that. But if we ever get the opportunity, of course we will let him back through. But now we're going to focus on the race. Try and catch up with the 2 Jaguars up ahead. See if we can make them move anywhere soon. We do have the Nissan GTR right behind us, who was getting very impatient at this point. Very close to our bumper. Quite a lot of contact. I think he must have been on the mediums, as he had quite a difference in speed. We go very wide there. Just get it sat on the apex and we get the run down the hill. So we're going to keep P11 for now. Like you see there, just the Nissan just very close to our bumper, looking for a way past. He's going to shoot it up the outside there. Quite a move. That was quite an impressive move. So that's going to be us back down to P12. Now again, in this one I was looking to pit on the end of lap 8, but of course we have to decide what's best based on what everyone else does on lap 8. So we'll see if we can get the undercut or the overcut. Get a good run here on the Jaguar finally. Just turns in on us twice here to make us go over the grass. Starts to pull on us, but we do have the inside here. Just gonna squeeze him out there. Make the move stick. So that is us back up into P11. So for this car I really found that there was a lot of oversteer. On the other Supra, the newer Supra, the racing concept Supra, I really found that there was a lot of understeer. This one very twitchy at the back end, which doesn't help tyre life. But then understeer won't help tyre life either. So we're going to get overtaken here by the Jaguar. So we're having quite a good battle, me and the Jaguar. Very evenly paced. As you see, a ghosted Subaru just up ahead there. Coming very slow through this section. His tyres must be completely dead. It's going to hold us up a little bit as everyone gets a little bit bunched up here. Got the BMW trying to make the pass around the outside. Another Toyota, the FT1 Vision Gran Turismo. I didn't actually try that car. I don't have it in my garage, so BMW tries it around the inside here. Now we're not going to fight this one. We just say we're going to give the position back. However, he does get a lot of oversteer on the exit, so I kind of feel like we gave the position, but then he lost it. So that is our conscious clear, at least for now. Having a pretty good battle up ahead. Now that was a bit weird. He kind of, it looked like he hit the person, but he didn't. It was just kind of lag. So he lagged quite far behind us. We're going to fast forward all the way up the hill here. All the way down the hill as well. As we see the GTR that was very much bothering our rear bumper. He's spun out. And we catch up to another battle here on lap 5. We have the other Jaguar. Going to go up the inside into the hairpin. However, we do go a little bit deep here and he's going to get the cutback. So we're in P9 at the minute, battling for, what is that, P8, 7, 6. And this time it is the Jaguar that goes wide. So we're going to go up the inside. So that is us up into P8 for the first time. We're going to fast forward to the end of lap 8. We did say we're going to pit on lap 8. So we'll see what everyone else does. And they're all going to come in. So I'm going to stay out. We're going to do one more lap. Now that we have some clean air. Hopefully try and get a really good in lap. That way we could possibly get the overcut. But they're going to be on fresher mediums. So we're not sure. We're going to pit in on lap 9 in P5 at the minute, and as we come out of the pit we're going to be back down into P10. So we did get jumped by quite a lot of cars there, but now that we're on the fresher mediums we're going to have greater tyre life at the end of the race. Just see the Nissan there spinning out on that corner, very easy to do. Going to fast forward here to lap 12 where he did manage to catch right back up. We're just going to let him through. See if we can use his slipstream to catch up with the cars up ahead. As we fast forward here to lap 15, he did catch up with the BMW, and they're going to battle, and that's going to give them both a poor exit. So we're going to fire around the outside, we get pushed onto the grass, however we do make it work. We're going to fire around the outside again, get it slowed up on the brakes, and we make this pass work. BMW tries to come back, but we're going to be on the inside again. Just make sure we park it on the apex, and there is absolutely nothing they can do. So that is us up into P8. Of course, starting in P12, so that is a pretty good result. We have 5 seconds to the car up ahead, and 2 laps to do it. I think it might be a bit of a tall ask, but we're going to push. We do have the better tyre life, and as we come to the finishing line, we were right behind the Danish driver in the Mustang, but we weren't able to make the move, so we're going to finish in a P8. Not a bad result, considering I really don't like the track, and I really don't like Porsche, or not Porsche, Toyota. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.